Hey guys, it's Will from the Back 40, and I need a huge favor from you. So please, please, please listen to this message all the way through. And I know my recliner is not the best place in the world to do this from, but if you saw my post the other day, you know that I broke my right foot and my left knee, and I've been spending a lot of time lately in this recliner. So here's what I need your help with. The Back 40 Action is about to take on the biggest project we've ever taken on since we started earlier this year. If you want to know more about Back 40 Action, simply go to back40action.org, all spelled out, no numbers in there, and you can learn more about us. But here's what we're going to do. I've been invited to come speak on a national news network on November 4th, Election Day, and from there, I'm going to be leaving and going to Washington, D.C. for a large event that we're doing at Back 40 Action. On the way, I'm going to be stopping at several congressional districts in rural areas to talk about the challenges facing rural Americans. I'm going to be producing social media and releasing that right here on this channel and my other social media channels. And the goal is to be to Washington, D.C. by November 8th. From the 10th through the 22nd, Back 40 Action is going to have a tent set up in front of Union Station with several other organizations doing a sit-in there and calling attention to issues that are critical for rural America. But we're not going to stop there, and this is what I'm most excited about. We're going to be bringing in people from rural America to tell their personal stories. If you follow me or you're familiar with what I do here on social media, you'll know that for the last 6 months, I've been saying telling our personal stories in rural America is the key to breaking through all of the walls that we put up against one another because of politics. We need to tell our personal stories. And we're going to be asking people to come in and tell their personal stories, not only to elected officials on both sides of the aisle in Washington, D.C., but to news media from around the country and to a group of social media creators that are coming in specifically for this purpose. Now, who are the people we're asking to come visit with us and to tell their personal stories? First, we're going to be focusing on healthcare. And we've got parents of children with severe disabilities and people with long-term critical care problems that are going to be coming in to talk about what these cuts to Medicaid are going to mean for the healthcare that they're provided in rural America. We're going to bring them there to tell their personal stories to elected officials and to the media and to social media creators who are going to share those stories across all of their platforms. Next, we're going to be bringing in teachers and students from rural America. We want them to tell their stories about how their school districts have been closed, consolidated, or they've gone to 4-day school weeks, how they can't afford to buy the most latest up-to-date textbooks, etc. We want their personal stories to be out there, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to meet with elected officials on both sides. We're also going to be talking with national news media, and we're going to be talking with social media creators who are going to spread their personal stories all across social media. And finally, we're going to be bringing in farmers and ranchers from rural America who are going to tell their stories about not getting their reimbursements for the programs that they signed agreements for, like rotational grazing, etc. We're also going to be asking them questions about how these tariff wars have impacted them personally on their own farms and what they're doing in their rural areas to try to convince people that there are better policies and better politicians that we can support. So how can you help? Well, there are a couple of different ways. First of all, we need money. And I hate to be crass, but it's just the truth. We can't do any of this if we're not funded. So again, you can go to back40action.org. I'm going to put the links for both of these in here. Back40action.org, all spelled out, and you can give a tax-free donation through our Act Blue to our C4 that helps pay for this education that we're trying to accomplish in Washington, D.C. If you want to help out immediately and donate to the cause, again, you can go to our PayPal page for Back 40 Media, and you can donate there as well. You'll see the links for both of these, and I'm going to show a picture of both of these accounts at the end so that you can donate. It's really critical that we get donations. If you know someone that works for a nonprofit that can contribute to C4s, we'd love to have their donations as well. Just direct them to back40action.org, or you can message me here on TikTok and let me know about them, and I'd be happy to have a call. Last but not least, I want to say this. This is how we're going to accomplish change in rural America. It's by traveling and speaking up for ourselves. These politicians are not showing up at town halls around the country. So if they don't want to come to us, we're going to have to come to them, and we're going to have to hold their feet to the fire to accomplish better policy that fixes healthcare, fixes education, and fixes rural ag and economic policy in rural America. We need your help. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and please go make your donation today. Thanks, guys.